Why not? Let's create a new world. It's been a while since I've done this. Okay, that feels better. Yeah, what a change. You might be wondering how I got here, but before I tell you, please subscribe. This video took over 50 hours to make. But first we need to start off with the basics to get anywhere. Need to go get some wood so I can go make some tools and all that. Anyway, with my plans, Crikey, look how many there are. With my plans for this episode, I'm thinking of possibly getting the basics done, like building a base. I think I might actually consider building here. If I do, I have a whole island to myself. No mobs can spawn on here. However, I do have to remove all these mushrooms and stuff and possibly flatten the land. I think I might keep the mycelium though. It's not that bad as most people say. I'm thinking of going over to that mainland part and just bringing over a few things, like a few sapling types and possibly, I don't know what, possibly else. I don't know, I'll think of it as I go along. I just need saplings and a bed right now. That's the basics, and then I can set up base camp, I guess. And with the power of editing magic, I'll be back here in a minute with all my things that I need to set up camp, I guess.
2,000 years later.
With 4 types of wood, sugarcane, and none of the will to live. Because I just realised that I got to transform this entire thing. So now it's just a case of planting these trees down, waiting for everything to grow so that I have some, well, stuff to use. And yeah, I'm gonna try flattening this bit out. Yeah, I ended up flattening the land and then decided to build like a little tree farm to go get some wood. I thought it'd work all well, however it turns out that I'd run out of saplings and would need to go get more. So yeah, that's bad. It ain't the best, but for an island with absolutely nothing, you can't really get any better than this starting setup, can't you? Making some buildings, try something, see what works. Yeah, you might be wondering why I'm in a creative world, but my strategy was, well, I got the Litematica like schematics mod. So my plan was to end up building the base in this, because if I do that, I can go and tear things down or rebuild a lot easier than survival. And then once I'm done, I can just go and make a blueprint and then transfer it over to my world. That's exactly what I did. Yeah, right here I was working on what would have been the first prototype. This isn't how it ended up turning out to be in the final build. However, I thought I'd just still show you anyway. So yeah, enjoy the prototype, I guess. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I didn't end up sticking to this prototype. It looks awful with the hexagon, and I'm much happier with the circular design, which I went for later on. So yeah, that was the first prototype. It was pretty damn bad. Anyway, let's get on to what I'm actually going to use. Editing me over here. I don't even know why I did it like that, because later on I'm gonna texture that wall and it's gonna make it so much harder because of the order that I did it in. But anyways, back to the video. It is looking a little bit plain. What I'm thinking of is possibly like punching out like an entrance and like maybe extending this little bit. I think that could work. Yeah, that. And then just punch all this bit out. Maybe possibly even extend it a little bit. I'm not sure about that actually. If I was to go do something like put that on the edge. Maybe like throw some torches midway on there. And here. Possibly throw a few here. That looks cool.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
No, this is the bit that I said I'd have to do earlier, the retexturing the wall. It just, overall, it just made it so much harder to do when I had it here. But anyway, I guess you get to see that then. Yeah, I promise I'll make it quick and short, I guess. And I guess that concludes 5.5 minutes of texturing that I cut out for years. Must be very grateful for that one. That would have been very boring. I do have an idea of what I can add. I'm thinking like maybe putting some like dark oak. There's to be some like pillars on like, the sides. Add some like support. Yeah, so I ended up getting that bit done. Now the next task is kind of to repeat that on every single other side, if you know what I mean. So yeah. However, I now need to work on the inside a little bit. Okay, so now with the actual build itself. So without further ado, let's get into the awesome cinematic I made. I don't know if it's awesome, but anyway, let's get into it. Yeah, so I guess that concludes the planning and building bit. But anyway, you gotta stick around for the rest of the video for the final showcase where I'll reveal everything that I've done. And also I'll tell you what I'm thinking of doing for the next episode. So yeah, stay around for that. Now this is the final part. The only thing that stands between, well, me right now and the showcase that I promised you at the start of the video is, well, this bit. Cause a base like this simply just, it doesn't just appear in. So anyway, I guess this is what the place looks like before, well, I start building. Anyway, I'm gonna be super kind and condense down 20 hours of building into about 10 seconds so that we can get along to the final showcase that I promised. So anyway, here we go. Well done, you watched the entire video. Or you just skipped ahead. Either way, just please subscribe. Oh yeah, what was I supposed to do? Oh yeah, I was supposed to do that showcase. Anyway, here we go. This is what I've been spending all my time on. The interiors ain't finished, but I'll do that in my spare time. Here we go. If you got this far, I'd like to say thank you for watching this video. And also, I said I'd tease the next episode. So you might notice that I'm day 70 in. And well, I only have iron tools. So yeah, I want to change that in the next episode. Anyway, bye.